So what's up?
Uh, Not much. Just Sunday time, just vibing.
Yeah, kind of just vibing. It's been I don't have much going. I have not done much of anything since last week either. Uh, I school starts next week, so I was just using this week to just like indulge in all possible decadence, just do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty much been my entire life since since we've all been quarantined and staying home and everything.
Yeah, just kind of indulgence,
Yeah.
indulgence and protests.
Ugh, pretty much. And then cats screaming at me constantly.
Yeah, my cat started screaming at me recently too. But yeah, there's really not been anything going on. I went and picked some peaches today, and that was pretty good.
Oh, that was the fruit.
Yeah, the fruit that caused the delay of this
The
podcast.
important fruit.
me pointing at myself, the important fruit.
Same.
Oh, yeah, I picked some peaches. I fed some to Smile. She liked them, but she ran into the problem that she always runs into when it comes to fruit, which is that she can't pick it up with her tongue super easily because it's wet and her tongue doesn't stick super well to it. So she just kind of like lunges for it and like licks it and tries to eat it, and then like 5 or 6 tries later, she just kind of gives up and looks at me, and get a little sad.
Oh yeah, again, same.
She wants those sweet sweet peaches. The peaches are very good.
Oh, that's good. Where do you go for peaches?
There's a place like just down the road from where I live that I don't remember the name of it, but they've got like peaches and plums and shit, masked up, social distance, all that good stuff.
Okay, cool. I
Yeah,
might want to go outside sometime in the near future.
yeah, it's not bad.
The outdoors are
Yeah,
okay.
there's been some. I've been hearing some reviews that it's good.
I've been trying to go to like a park at least every week or so, or weekend, I guess, because I have that sweet 9 to 5 job.
Hmm.
But really, I haven't been able to the last couple of weeks. Or I say I haven't been able to, but really, it's more just executive dysfunction sort of thing.
Yeah, that's been a fucking killer to me recently. It's just like even when it comes to like stuff that I like doing and I want to do, it's always just like such an undertaking to do like anything. Like, oh man, I want to watch this TV show, but that would involve me stopping watching this video that I don't give a shit about on YouTube on my phone. So I'm just gonna kind of sit here and watch this like Magic the Gathering video 562,000 from this channel that I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, like it's either that or like the draw of other things that don't matter at all.
Hmm.
Like last night I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna rewatch the movie so that I'll have it fresh in my mind because it's been a while since I watched it first." And
Hmm.
like halfway through the movie I was like, "I really need to rearrange everything in my kitchen or I'm gonna die right now."
Oh my god, yeah, yeah. Oh, I really want to rearrange my bedroom now that you've mentioned that. Can we take 50 before we get this podcast going? All right. We're gonna go to the title of music real quick. We'll be right back in about an hour. your number one Kubrick homage podcast. I'm Sarah, and I'm joined this week by friend of the podcast, Ferris.
Hello.
You can, I could, this is your first time on this show, right?
Yeah, this is actually my first time on a podcast, period.
That's so weird because I could 100% swear that you had been on this podcast before, and like to the point where I like someone else who I've been talking about coming on this podcast. I talked to them and they were like, "Hey, can I do Hausu?" And I said, "Oh no, sorry, a friend of mine already did that." And I thought that was you who had been on that episode, but apparently I've never even done that movie on the show. I've just watched it with you.
Oh, I was like, was it Ash maybe? But no, Ash was a totally different one, right?
Yeah, Ash was like 1923 London or something.
Oh yeah, I actually watched that movie with Ash the first time. It's like it's so wild.
It was fun. I liked it.
It's really good. Like Indian horror movies are just a completely different thing, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But go ahead and give the listening audience a bit of an intro. Tell us who you are, what your like history with horror movies is, what your favorite like subgenre, and what your favorite like horror movie is.
Okay. My name is Ferris. I've been watching horror. A huge fan of horror since I was a little kid. I can't even say how young. Just grew up watching all kinds of like fucked up movies I shouldn't have been watching really with my dad when I was a kid, and I never stopped. Probably my favorite subgenre is, I'd say, psychological horror, which I think kind of goes into the movie that we're going to talk about today anyway. But I think my favorite horror movie is actually American Werewolf in London.
I've never seen that one. I should eventually.
It's a good one. It's like got the horror / like humor combination that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend it for sure.
Nice. All right. So we should get into the movie that we watched this week, which is Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to know like what your overall impression of this movie is.
I feel like this movie was I mean we'll cover it as we go along, but
right.
This is kind of similar to how I felt at the end of Mandy, which is that I think this movie was done a great disservice by me watching it on my computer in the middle of the day, and this would hit a lot different if I was like watching it on a TV with my phone outside of arm's reach and and you know, on a TV.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I watched it on a TV both times I've seen it, and it's an experience, I think, especially if you get to like turn all the lights off and everything, or if you have like any kind of ambient lighting, just because of the whole visual component of the movie.
Yeah, no, I did like this, but I feel like I need to watch it again in a different environment, which I think is the similar thing that I came away from Mandy with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I mentioned Mandy because it's the same director.
Right. Yeah, like for both of them, the visuals is such a big deal. Like, I mean, I know with movies in general, usually it is, but especially with like the way that he does the lighting and all of these shots of like, you know, for example, a lot of shots of one of the main characters just looks completely alien a lot of the time, and how it like plays into the theme of the movie. Yeah.
So the director of this, Panos Cosmatos, son who. The backstory of how he got the budget for this movie is really funny to me because per Wikipedia, he financed it through DVD residuals from his father's film Tombstone.
I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah. His dad, George P. Cosmatos, directed Tombstone. And then 17 years later, his son used those DVD residuals to make Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Didn't his dad also direct some other? He directed a lot of movies, but there's one in particular that I am trying to remember.
Rambo: First Blood 2.
Yeah, that's probably the one that I should have remembered before Tombstone.
Rambo. Well, I did bring up Tombstone, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Rambo: Second Blood. First Blood Part 2 is just such a funny thing.
Rambo several bloods later.
The last, the Last of Us for real this time. The last of the Last of Us. There's even Last of Us. There's even less of us this time. Okay. So this movie starts with like text popping in like the title credit does for the movie Alien.
Mm.
But the text is just the year 1983, and it starts with a very a very Twitter account distant what ominous whooshing. It starts with like bracketed heavy breathing, which I think is like the most used subtitle in this movie.
Yeah, I would agree.
And there's like this like square camera that's like it looks like it's like an old like kind of infomercial-y video, and this really reminded me of you remember in Get Out that scene where Daniel Kaluuya's character is like trapped in the basement and being forced to watch that video about the history of the implanting white brains in black people.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like that was the vibe I was really getting from this video.
yeah. I can see that. It's really like 2 a.m. infomercial for a cult.
Yeah, like you see this in between like in between ads for like you see this in between ads for My Pillow and fucking like some phone hotline, some phone like not quite sex hotline, Quest.
Yeah.
But this we meet Dr. Mercurio Arboria of the Arboria Institute, who has he wants people to be happy, and the institute has made happiness real, which is always a good thing that we love to see.
Of course, right? Especially when it comes in this form.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we just get like a 2 or 3 minute infomercial of this, and then we go to the title credits, which it was weird to see the lead actor's name in this movie because it is also my father's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not to dox myself, but I mean, it's not like Rogers is an uncommon last name, but seeing this movie stars Michael Rogers made me laugh. My dad does not look anything like that guy. He's not bald. He's not evil. He's not.
Thank God.
He doesn't have a rock made hole in his head. Sorry.
No problem.
So we do the title credits over like a zoom out of an eye. We see a cool triangle, also, which is like it's reminiscent to well, I don't know if it's reminiscent of the monolith in 2001: A Space Odyssey, but like that did. I've I've only seen the first half of 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I know I need to fix, but it made me think of the monolith in retrospect.
Yeah, and like I know that especially like recently with like Mandy and stuff like the other movie that I was considering watching, the Neon Demon, like there's a lot of that kind of imagery in that one too.
Nicholas Winding Refn, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The glizzy the glizzy guzzler. that like that I only say that because his movies are just like so glizzy is not the right glizzy is not I'm sure glizzy has another meaning that I am not quite aware of, but they like the word, if I had to make up a word to describe it would be glizzy. So he is the glizzy guzzler.
Yeah, I feel like he's the actual Neon Demon. Like all of his movies look exactly like that.
Yeah. He directed Drive, right?
Yeah, he did Drive and Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
Lots of movies with Ryan Gosling. So
Yeah. Um, so there's a lot of red in this movie.
yeah, yeah, like it kind of bounces between like red, blue, and green,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
and
Uh, we and I wrote this. I'm this is my note. I'm trying to remember the context in which I wrote some of these notes because a lot of this is reactions to what's happening and not like actually what is happening. But I think this opens with like we meet fucking Elena and we meet Dr. Barry Nile.
oh yeah, Barry,
Barry,
good old Barry.
good old Barry. And there's like a really cute not Kubrick. Kubrick. Wait, is it Kubrick?
I, I've heard it
Kubrick?
both ways. I think I've heard it Kubrick more.
Okay. There's like this really Kubrick-y like framing, I guess, of the scene because it's Dr. Barry Nile on one side of this glass pane, and on his side is very like lit red, and
Mm.
we see that Elena, who is like the captive at this institute, is in this like kind of light. Her room is like light bluish whenever we spend time there, but in this thing, it's like being completely drowned out by the red light from Dr. Niles' side of things, which I thought was cool to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of like color, a lot of color symbolism in the movie, and like I don't know if that's because I don't know as much about film theory as a lot of people probably do who talk about movies,
Mm-hmm.
but it's almost kind of like a very I don't know if like basic is the right word, but it's really like when you look at the colors and like the visuals, it's very like clear what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think simple.
Yeah,
Simple is not bad. It's just
right,
simple.
right, exactly.
Um, I and around he like so he, Dr. Nile is like interviewing Elena, and he starts like banging his pen on his clipboard in order to annoy her. I guess get a rise out of her. I'm not entirely sure,
Yeah, I think
but
he's trying to like get her to show some kind of emotional response.
mhm. And sorry, yawn. Coffee's wearing off. And the she has a kind of a response, not much of one. She just kind of like breaks because for the first like 5 minutes of this interview, she's just like staring at the ground with a death grip on her chair. She doesn't talk. She just raises her eyes. I don't think she talks until like the 25-minute mark in this movie, which I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then she doesn't speak verbally like at all, I think, through the whole movie.
Huh? Must have missed that. That's
Yeah, because
cool.
when she finally says something, it's like telepathically.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I somehow didn't catch that. I just thought her lips were like I just thought her mouth was like barely moving instead of not moving.
Oh yeah, no, like the whole thing. Well, I mean, like we'll get to it, but like the whole thing that happens with that and is like her, I guess, like using her powers to speak to him telepathically.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. And around this point I noticed that there's like a film grain applied over top of this entire movie, which I fucking loved. Like I am a slut for film grain.
Yeah, me too, actually. Like in any kind of movie like this or Mandy where it's set in, the 80s or 90s or something like that, especially.
Vampire Times.
Yeah.
Vampire Times before we were well, you're
It's
older than me,
yeah.
right?
It's like the
I was
Lost
in
Boys era.
yeah. In 20 years we'll say Vampire Times to mean the Twilight era.
Yeah. Which vampire time was it?
All of linear time can be measured in which vampire was hot and smexy at the time. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say that the Lost Boys were hot and smexy.
Well, yeah, I don't think I would.
Was Kiefer Sutherland in that movie?
Yeah, I think he was like wasn't he like
The
the
lead.
leader?
He was the lead lost boy.
Yeah, he was the most lost boy.
He was the leader. He was the most lost boy, which made him the de facto leader. But that also sucked for them because they just kept wandering in circles.
Right,
Because he had no idea where the fuck he was going. Yeah. they in order to determine who was the most lost, they stuck everyone in. They did a paper bag challenge, and he truly could not find his way out. They had to send 2 discreet vampires in there just to fetch him.
He's still in that paper bag today.
Oh God. God. On the topic, I know I mentioned it. I know I brought it up, but on the topic of Twilight, I feel like it's experiencing a cultural resurgence of some variety, and I really don't know how to feel about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the baseball scene, as does every self-respecting gay person.
Yeah.
But the rest of those are. I don't know how I feel about Twilight in the year 2020. And in the grand scheme of things, really doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, I'd like to nail it down.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any of the Twilight movies, but I read the first book when it was first like getting popular.
Oh wow, couldn't be me. Could not be me. I read the first 3 books like over the course of a week, and then I got the 4th book on opening day, on the day it was released, which was the day after my birthday, and I saw, I believe, every one of those movies on opening night. I was a bit of a twihard. The truth has finally come out.
I think that's perfectly acceptable. But like, I just remember reading it though, like reading the first book, and it was very like I didn't hate it, but it was very like, yeah, that's about what I expected. Like, it's not terrible. It's about like what you would think it would be.
Yeah, I can't wait for the the movie remakes. Man, why did they make that last movie a fucking double feature, like a twofer? Was it like did splitting the last Harry Potter book into 2 movies like have that much of a cultural impact that it made like Twilight and the Hunger Games and all, and I'm sure other movies that I have not been able to recall split their final chapter into 2 pieces?
I wonder though if it's like a you gotta get that money for that second movie thing.
Yeah, it definitely is it's definitely like a money doubler situation. I just like Harry Potter. Okay, I can't get. We are way too far off topic. I'm sorry.
That's true.
I can't get into the fiscal decisions behind the splitting of Mockingjay, of Mockingjay parentheses film.
Well, didn't the Twilight books though also get progressively longer, like the Harry Potter?
They did by about 100 pages a piece. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but otherwise, like, I couldn't tell you.
Well, hold on. Let me do some quick googling. Breaking Dawn runtime. Just curious how long that movie was. Okay. So Breaking Dawn part. So Twilight is over 2 hours long. Eclipse is over 2 hours long. Breaking Dawn part 1 is 1 hour and 55 minutes. Breaking Dawn part 2 is 2 hours and 4 minutes. Or I might have that backwards.
That's a whole day of.
Yeah, that's why are these movies 2 Christian hours?
I couldn't tell you. I really think it's probably more of like a money thing than anything.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. That's enough time spent on Twilight. We've fulfilled our Twilight quota for the year.
Yeah. For the rest of my life, probably.
Yeah. But, okay. So, Niall does his interview and goes home to visit his wife, who he doesn't love, Rosemary. Mm-hmm. And they have like a stilted conversation, and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't sleeping. I was meditating." And he says, "Okay, cool. Bye. I'm not going to talk to you again for another hour into this movie."
Yeah, like goodbye Rosemary forever probably. Like it actually took me because the way that his other relationships are shown, like which really that's that and the nurse are the only ones I think.
Yeah, that
Like
nurse Elena,
yeah, like I honestly like didn't
and I guess
realize.
the doctor. But sorry, go on. I
Well,
keep
yeah,
interrupting.
I didn't realize that she was his wife. Like
Yeah, I
both
didn't either until I
times.
read it on the wiki.
Yeah, like I thought she was like the housekeeper or something, just from the way he treats her.
Yeah, I did not know who she was
Mm.
in relation.
Yeah, she seems like a very nice lady though.
Yeah, she seems fine.
Yeah.
Elena is watching TV in her solitary confinement chamber. She's watching some cartoons, and she's changing the channel with just by thinking about it.
Which is pretty cool.
It is. I would love to be able to change the channel without having to find the remote.
Me too.
Though I don't think I don't know how possible that would be without like using a TV with like actual proper dials, because even if I was properly telekinetic, I don't know if I would be able to tap into like infrared waves to tell my TV to go up or down a channel or open Netflix app.
I think with the way that my brain works, that would just be a mess anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I were telekinetic in any way, it would just be a lot of like there would just be like stuff kind of randomly floating. Like, did you ever read the book Hidden Talents by any chance?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so Hidden Talents is this book that I loved as a kid, and it's about this like group of 5 kids who are at a school for really for like basically juvenile delinquents, and a lot of them and these 5 kids are like there because they are not intentionally being juvenile delinquents. They just kind of have like superpowers of some variety, but they just don't know how to control them whatsoever. And one of the characters who's there is nicknamed Trash because he has telekinesis, and he just like accidentally like knocks shit over everywhere he goes. And I think that would be me.
I think that's like the most realistic view of telekinesis I've ever heard, though.
Right?
It's like, what if you have these superpowers, but you're like extremely clumsy?
Oh yeah, that it would just be a mess. Like elfin lead, like no, it would just it would. I'm not manipulating ghost hand razors. I'm fumbling an apple.
It's like playing Skyrim in real life. Like you can do all of the normal shit with your regular hands, but as soon as you try to pick up fruit, you're fucked.
Oh god. Um. But okay, Elena is watching cartoons, and then we just kind of hard cut to the next interview between Barry and Elena. And Barry's like, I'm sorry you never met your mother. There might be a photograph of her in your bedroom, though, if you look. Wink, wink." And she goes back to her room later that night and finds the photo.
Oh yeah, which is like, isn't it just like a printed out, like not a real photo? It's like printed out on a piece of paper too.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Mm.
Why the fuck did I write down Barry says Eric Andre voice, "Let me in"? Do you have any idea what that could be in reference to?
Uh, oh, I think I actually like wrote down something about that. Because he said some other weird shit right before that, where he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Please open." Um, oh yeah, where he says like, "We all have other forms, and your inner self needs another to complete it." And he's like telling her that he can help her if she lets him in.
Right.
Like in a really creepy way too. Like you can tell he's not pure, like obviously he's not like purely scientifically interested in her, but it's a really like gross sexual like way that he's obsessed with her.
Uh-huh.
Um and he's just like I mean the whole movie is kind of like going into like the cult like obsession with enlightenment, but he's like the way that he deals with Elena is like really perverting it for, I mean, obviously like for his own needs, because he's a fucking creep.
Yeah, absolute creepo.
Yeah, that's the whole like gist of the movie. Really, is Barry's nasty.
Yeah, Barry is unfortunately nasty with it. Uh, Elena kind of wants to see her. She says she starts vibrating and telepaths to Barry that she wants to see her dad, and Barry's like, "Nah, you're too fucked up. Sorry, bye."
Yeah, the whole like the world is too fucked up and you're not ready for it.
Yeah. We meet Margot, the assistant. Glasses lady.
Yeah, the like big '80s glasses.
Yeah, she looks like what's her name from the first season of Stranger Things. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I was trying to think of like the
The
name.
one who gets eaten by the I don't know, fucking Underdark. I don't remember anything about that.
Uh, yeah, that's as close as I can think of right now too. But yeah,
Yeah.
I know like the person you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what she looks like, and she's like doing some late night work, and she finds like a hidden drawer where there is a fucked up journal that Barry wrote.
Yeah, like his whole log that like looks normal kind of at first, and then it starts getting into like the the worse and worse like sexual images.
Yeah, a lot of pussy drawings in that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is like him being like psychosexual towards Elena, which
Yeah,
is
like it
which
goes from
sucks.
like what you might think of from somebody like studying telepathic communication to like some really fucked up nasty stuff.
Yeah, just an absolute fucked up nasty man book.
Yeah. Again, Barry's nasty.
Yeah. She gets very scared and like knocks a bit of her cigarette ash into the drawer where she got it from, which is how Barry finds out the next day that someone has been snooping as usual.
Yeah. Which like kind of I'm thinking like that actually too is like cuz you know in movies from like the 80s and 90s everybody smokes everywhere.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's like the first time I've seen that play like an active role in like a plot point in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
which was like really minor but kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Like not super interesting beyond like the point of mentioning it, but it's still interesting.
Right.
But yeah, and then
The what happens next? Barry gets a call from from a weird sounding computer voice that just kind of talks to him, and he kind of like lays down, cries a little bit, throws out his tissue, and then goes to confront Margot. And he's like, "Hey, I think she's got a thing in there that she shouldn't have. You should go take it." And Margot's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go take it." And she like takes her photo of her mom. And in response, Margot crushes Elena's photo, and Elena force chokes Margot and then crushes her skull. A lot of
yeah,
skull crushing in this movie.
yeah, like honestly, like that part was very like good for her.
Yeah. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah, crush that skull.
Crunch the shit out of that skull. The only way people die. No, okay, not the only way people die in this movie, but 3 out of the 4 deaths in this movie are just are caused by skull destruction of some variety.
Yeah, that seems to be like the only way people really die in this movie.
Yeah. But Barry turns the pyramid dial and looks back at the crowd like on The Price is Right, and eventually hits the right frequency to make Elena go to sleep right now immediately.
Yeah.
And then Barry is like, deploy the Sentionauts, which sounds like a stoner metal album.
It really does. Like what a or like a really really good band name.
Yeah. And this Semionaut, who kind of just looks like what does he look like? I'm having a hard time describing him. He's got like a biker helmet, right?
Yeah, it's almost like a like Power Rangery
Yeah.
or like what's the what's the guy? The other like is it Common Rider?
Yes, that is the right
Yeah.
one. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the things that like they reminded me of. Very like 80s, 90s like biker aesthetic,
Uh huh. Uh
morph
huh.
suit.
Definitely. Um, but so this Sentionaut prick like shoves like a tracer of some variety into her neck.
Yeah. Injects her like microchipping a cat.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose her if she gets outside.
Yeah. Ugh. Sorry, I just went to scratch my nose and I forgot how long my nails are. I hurt myself
Oh.
a little bit. Owie. Uh, and at this point, we get we see Dr. Ardoria, who we haven't seen since the opening credits of this movie, or not the like since before the opening credits of this movie, and he is like he's old as balls and having a conversation with Dr. Barry Nile.
Yeah, and
And
he's like in
then we get a
pain.
fucked up flashback to 1966,
Yeah.
where we meet Elena's mother, Anna, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's her name.
Yeah. And Anna is Anna is Elena's mother, and I believe the father was Dr. Ardoria, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they dunk Dr. Barry Nile in some black goop, and he becomes Slime Man, and eats Anna's neck and kills her. And then they dunk baby Elena into the slime, and they say, "You will be the new generation."
Yeah. That whole scene is a pretty cool like the high contrast black and white
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah,
then like Barry climbing out of the sludge,
yeah. I'm being really.
like
It's hard.
climbing out of the primordial ooze.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to like articulate because it's just like a really cool visual scene.
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time describing it, but it's good to look at.
yeah, it's really surreal. Like the first time I watched it, I didn't know. Well, I kind of still don't know if the visuals were part of the hallucination or if it was like an actual thing that was happening, like in the real world.
Right.
But then he bit her neck, so I think that was real.
But then okay, so we go back to the present era, and is next when Barry kills Arborea and says wig.
Yeah, that's it. That's
So
exactly what happens.
Barry gives Arborea a lethal injection, but Arborea thinks it's like a nice injection to make him happy.
Yeah.
But he just fucking kills him, and then he takes off his wig. Barry takes off his wig and his contact lenses. I guess it looked like he was like using a fucked up tool to take them out, but he just kind of like there's not. It looked like there was going to be blood.
Yeah, they're like heavy duty cosmetic lenses. Like Barry's been cosplaying a normal person this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because doesn't Rosemary call them like his appliances?
Yeah.
So I guess they're like medical grade contacts or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He takes off his wig and his contact lenses, and then he gets a knife he calls the Devil's Teardrop.
Oh yeah. Oh, and he puts on the whole like leather outfit.
Yeah. And then with his bald ass head, he goes to visit. He goes home to see Rosemary again, and she's like, "Oh, you haven't let me see you like this in a long time. I'm just very surprised." And he's like, "Yeah, okay. I hate you. Try to kill you," and crushes her skull.
Yeah, and the whole time she's like, "Wow, I should have been a better wife." And it's like, please just let Rosemary live.
Please, she's done nothing wrong.
Just let her go to sleep like she's been this whole movie.
Yeah, just let her fucking rest.
Uh, that whole scene, the whole part where he's like getting all of his like shit off, like taking off his appliances and everything,
Uh
is
huh.
also kind of a cool like callback to all of the like soft focus, like focusing in scenes where he looks like completely like an alien before
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like
yeah,
fully
yeah.
see him. Like I think I didn't catch that like totally until I rewatched it.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
Like
Um,
he like slowly becomes like less and less human, which is kind of like a weird, like I guess it is an aside, like a weird like way to portray it though, because he basically just like looks like not even really deformed. He just looks different.
yeah, he just like he looks less like Carl Sagan than he did before.
Yeah, basically. Less like a
But
clone of Dr. Arboria.
yeah, kind of. Yeah. Huh. Um. So Niall has like his whole like spiel to Rosemary before he kills her. He's like, "I am not okay. I promise. God was like a black rainbow, and Rosemary, you are but spit in the wind. I crush you, skull."
Yeah. He basically tells her that he's been like acid tripping his whole life.
Yeah. And while this is all happening, Elena just does that just share zone post. It's like, if shit sucks, hit the bricks. You can just leave. Because like there's like a 5 minute like sequence of her just like escaping the facility. That in which she like there's like a Die Hard esque elevator shaft that she has to climb up, and there's like a rainbow pipes thing that she has to go past, and I'm like, that probably means something. I don't know what, but it means something.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like
Hmm.
just that she did the whole like rock climbing thing to get out.
Yeah, she does that. She like crawls past this like weird fucked up corpse, and
Yeah.
then she gets off an elevator and is confronted by the Sentient again, who takes off his face, and it kind of looks like you remember in Toy Story 1 that like spider with that spider toy that Sid makes with the
Yeah.
baby head.
Yeah, the spider baby.
Yeah, it looks like the baby head.
Yeah, it does. It does. I got the impression that they were supposed to be like the spider baby face and the other guy were supposed to be like maybe other people who had tried the whole like let's take a huge acid trip for the rest of my life into enlightenment thing,
Uh huh.
like failed experiment type people,
Yeah.
but it's not really clear.
Mm-hmm.
Could be anything.
It's it's just it's up in the air, up for interpretation.
Yep. He might just be
Um.
like that. That might just be what his head does.
Yeah. I just did that. But so she gets out, and Niall is on the hunt for her because she using the tracking thing that the Sentient you put in her earlier, and he happens across two. I don't know why this scene is in this movie. To be honest, like there is a lot of this movie that I feel like I didn't completely understand, but this scene is just like, why is this here? I don't understand why this is here. These two guys aren't even credited on Wikipedia. Because
I think it's
well, let me explain it first, and then
yeah.
let me talk about the scene. So what happens is we cut for like 2 minutes into the woods of these like two dudes just like broing out, drinking beer and smoking cigarettes around a fire, and like it's just like slasher movie fare. one of the guys like, "Oh, I gotta go take a piss," and then Niall like finds him and says, "You fucked her, didn't you?" And the guy's like, "What? No!" And then he like sticks a knife through his chin, like what happens to Skinner at the end of Hot Fuzz.
Oh yeah.
And then he stabs a knife into the mouth of the other guy after saying, "You fucked her, didn't you?" And the guy's like, "I don't even know who you're talking about." Ah!
I feel like they were partly just there. Like, I mean, I took it kind of as like a reminder that all of this shit is actually taking place in like some kind of real world setting,
Right, right.
rather than like the whole like dreamy like world of the Institute and then being in Barry's home or whatever. But I think like part of it was just like an homage to like the 80s slasher movies probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it.
I might be
Okay,
reading too much into it. It might have just been for fun.
No, I think I get it. I think I get what you mean. So he finally tracks her down, and is like, "Hey, come with me." And then Elena's like, "No, thank you," and immobilizes him, and then like makes him fall over, and she kills him via TV drama shoved into table corner, but the table corner is a rock. Death.
Yeah, he just busts his head wide open.
Just busts his head open, and then she walks into like it looks like she's walking into a nearby city, I think. And then that's the end of the movie.
Yep. Now she
So-
has to go into the suburbs.
Yep. Oh God. Beyond the Black Rainbow 2, Beyond Harder. So on a scale of 0 to 5 crushed skulls, how many crushed skulls are you going to give this movie?
I would give it. I think I would give it like a 4. Because it was really interesting to me, and like it's definitely different than just about anything else I've seen.
Yeah.
So very cool movie to watch.
Yeah. I'm coming down around there on it as well myself. I'm excited to watch it again sometime though.
Yeah, it definitely like makes a little bit more sense on a second viewing.
Yeah, I can't wait. We have questions.
All
This
right.
question from at Curse Goat, who says, "How do you feel about the color red?" I like it.
It's good.
I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but it's in like my I would say it's in like my top 5 of the 6 like colors on the color wheel. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. No, it's above orange. Red is better than orange to me.
It is the first color in the spectrum.
In Roy G. Biv, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, huh. It is the first color in the spectrum.
Yeah. It's a good color.
Mm-hmm. This question from @FlourishCaster, who wants to know, what is beyond the Black Rainbow? What's beyond the Black Rainbow? What do you think is beyond that Black Rainbow?
God.
Yeah, probably God.
God. That's what Barry saw.
Yeah. He saw
I
God.
don't know how reliable Barry is, but
Probably not very.
no, but he's seen more than I have.
Yeah. 2, having reviewed Mandy, how do you think Panos has grown from this film? It's been too long since I last saw Mandy to feel like I can make like a meaningful dissection, but I felt very similar vibes to this that I remember feeling from Mandy.
Yeah, I think Mandy is like overall is a more solid film. But Beyond the Black Rainbow was also his first feature film, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this is his first feature.
Yeah. I think Mandy is also maybe paced a little bit better. Like they're both kind of paced weirdly.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, this one felt a little bit long in the tooth at times.
Yeah. Like
Go on.
oh, I would say like I know Mandy has that whole like very slow first half
Mm-hmm.
and then goes into like directly into all of the action of the movie.
Yeah, Nick Cage
But-
going buck fucking wild.
Yeah, but it like it all makes sense in that way.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, Beyond the Black Rainbow kind of does too, but it's definitely like very different in the way
Hmm.
that like the action progresses.
Yep. All right. And last question: is Nick Cage the greatest actor of this generation? Yes or yes? I'm up to. I'll say yes to this.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into recommendations. Do you have anything to recommend off the dome? If you need time, I can go first.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, my recommendation this week is going to be I've been watching Dorohedoro. It's good. It's really good. I like it a lot. I'm like 6 episodes in, and I hope to finish the rest of it this week. It's really good. I like it a lot. I am not immune to Giant Woman.
Yeah, I don't think I'm even immune to Giant Woman.
Who am I? And I'm also not immune to. I'm also not immune to Giant Lizard Man with cake.
I think that might be my biggest weakness. I haven't even gotten around to watching it yet, but I'm going to.
What do you got to recommend, Ferris?
I have got a book called Universal Harvester by John Darnielle of the Mountain Goats. Um, it's a really cool read. It's fairly short. It's a horror book about a guy who works at a video store in I think the early 90s and starts finding like weird fucked up videotapes and just how his life devolves from there. It's a pretty cool book.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you like books, you might like that one.
All right. Ferris, thank you so much for coming on this episode. Where can people find you?
They can find me at OKFerris on Twitter, and it's pretty much the only social media I'm on right now.
I
But
respect it.
everybody's welcome to follow me if they want to see some dumb bullshit every now and
Nice.
then.
Um, you can. Well, okay. So you can find us this podcast. We're at Fear Baiting everywhere. That's Twitter. That is Tumblr. I don't know why I keep shouting out the Tumblr when all I have to say is we don't use the Tumblr every time, but whatever. That's us on Patreon also, patreon.com/fearbaiting. You get early access to the episodes, and for just $1 a month. $5 a month gets you early access and a name right on the podcast and a message right on the show. $10 a month lets you choose a movie for us to watch. You can send that in whenever. I feel like we haven't gotten one of those in a while. So if anyone wants to send a message or demand a movie, shoot those our way. 10 bucks a month lets you demand a movie. I said that. So thank you very much to Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Michael Kaiser. Thank you to Blair, my regular editor. He is on Twitter at Blair Kitsch. Thank you to Seda, who made the intro and outro music for this podcast. You can find them under People You Meet Outside of Bars, or just head to gaygothvibes.online to find their music. Schlocktober is 1 month away, so batten down the hatches, folks. We're getting into the shit this year. If you want to find me, I am on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. If you want to hear me on other podcasts, you can check me out on The Wonder Yerks, which I do with the aforementioned Blair and Seda. It's about Animorphs. And you can also listen to me on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die. We did a bonus episode with the aforementioned question asker at Flourishcaster last week, and it was really good in my opinion. You should go listen to it. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, thank you to Noisepace.xyz for hosting this podcast, those other podcasts I mentioned, and a whole bunch of other ones. And I think that's everything. So, until next time, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ferris.
And remember,
You can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
good night, everyone.